Snow is punching your face. Wind is howling. But you're just chilling. Literally. Wrapped in 10 centimeters of blubber and 15 centimeters of fur, you're a giant, fluffy tank. Even thermal cameras can't see you. You're like the Arctic's ninja. And yet you fart. It's the only heat you let out today. You're a 9-foot tall, 1,500-pound beast with black skin under white fur, sun charging. The world sees a majestic predator. You feel like a half-frozen marshmallow with anger issues. But how did you end up here? Let's rewind. You were born inside a snow den, buried under a blanket of ice, warm, cozy, and clueless. Mom hadn't eaten in months, but she still made sure you and your sibling were safe. At first, life was all snuggles and milk. And what milk? It was basically cream cheese, thick, fatty, and 35% pure love. Mom was tough. No one messed with her. Not wolves, not male bears, not even the snowstorms. She watched over you like a bodyguard who also gave really good cuddles. You didn't do much back then. Mostly slept, rolled around, and tried not to freeze your baby bear butt off. But every day, you got bigger. You learned how to walk, how to bite your sibling's butt for fun, and how to sniff stuff for absolutely no reason. Soon the den melted open, bright white everywhere. Wind slapped your face for the first time. Welcome to the Arctic baby, home of the cold, the hungry, and the incredibly lost. From here, everything gets harder and colder and somehow even funnier. Being a baby polar bear sounds cute. It's not. You slide and fall on your face every 5 minutes. You walk and fall again. The snow is cold, your butt is cold, and your brother keeps stealing your spot next to Mom's belly. When you get too playful, she clacks her teeth at you and asks you to like and subscribe to this channel. You also obey your mom. That's a polar bear love sign. You want to play. She wants to nap. You want to explore. She wants you to shut up. Still, Mom teaches you everything. How to sniff out seals, how to hide from big male bears, how not to eat yellow snow. But soon you're a teenager, which means you're kicked out. No warning, no goodbye. And you're like, wait, what? Now you're alone on the ice. The Arctic is one giant freezer, and you're just a walking popsicle with feet. You try to catch a seal, but they swim too fast. You wait near a breathing hole for 4 hours, and then nothing. You're hungry. You're tired. You miss Mom. You also maybe accidentally ate a piece of plastic. Congrats, you're officially an adult. But adult life? Even worse. You smell another bear. Female. Your first crush. You try to impress her by sniffing loudly and stomping around like a snow dinosaur. She looks at you, then walks away. Oh my God. Rejection you deserve as a boy. Now you're back to square one, wandering the ice. Tired and still waiting for a seal to pop out, and you've only just started adulting. Your daily life now? Walk, sniff, wait, repeat. Sometimes you walk for miles and miles on empty ice with nothing. You sniff every crack like a nosy snow detective, hoping for the sweet smell of seal breath. Then finally, a breathing hole. You hold still. You don't blink. You don't move. You camp there like a statue for 7 hours, and what comes out? A tiny bubble. No seal. You roar. The ice echoes. Somewhere someone laughs. But hey, some days you get lucky. A seal pops out and you smack it with your paw like an Arctic ninja. Then comes the fish guts. You don't care. You're so hungry. You eat the blubber like it's birthday cake. You eat 150 pounds in one sitting. No shame. You lie on your back, belly out, like a furry snow balloon. And just when you're full and happy, you spot her. Another polar bear. She's huge. She's beautiful. She's probably stronger than you. You try to look cool. You roll in the snow in front of her. You puff up your chest. You waddle her way like a fluffy warrior. She growls. You growl back. Romantically, of course. Then she charges. Okay, maybe too romantic. You run. She chases. You fall. She tackles you. And weirdly, this is flirting in polar bear language. You two spend a few days together, wrestling, snuggling, and napping on ice. But then, like every sad iceberg love story, she leaves. No goodbye, no text. Just snowflakes and silence. You're back to solo life. Back to sniffing, walking, and hoping the next breathing hole has better luck than your dating life. But hey, at least there's fish guts. Always fish guts. By the way, you never thought you'd be a family bear. But look at you now. Guarding the den, pacing like a nervous babysitter, waiting for your wife to pop out with 2 tiny snowballs you're supposed to call kids. And one day, Mom waddles out. Yes, that giant lady bear who tackled you before. Well, she's back. This time you both mean business. Then come the cubs, both cuties walk sideways. You stare. They stare. Good, you're a dad now. Now it's team parenting time. Mom nurses. You hunt. Mom cuddles. You drag back seals for dinner. You even babysit while she naps, keeping your paw over the cub. And yes, your kids climb on your back like you're a bouncy castle. They wrestle your ears. One even pees on your tail once. Did you growl? No, you just sat there like a true dad hero. But just when you think you figured this out, you see a human. He's weird. 2 legs, big coat, holding something, a pair of binoculars. At first you think, seal? Weird seal? But no, it's a scientist. Yeah, even scientists are weird too. He crouches, he stares, you move left. He scribbles in a notebook. You move right, still scribbling. You are confused. Sometimes he sneaks up to collect your poop. Why? Because apparently your poop is full of data. You are shocked. Worse, one day you step in your own footprint and later find out scientists used it to extract your DNA. From a footprint. Seriously? You can't even leave a paw print in peace anymore? Then he collects your footprint. Buddy, that's just where you stepped. It's not a museum artifact. Then he does the worst thing. He picks up your poop. He bags it. You make intense eye contact. He waves. The kids? They think it's hilarious. You just wanted a quiet family day. For now, your little cubs are safe. Your wife is proud, and the weird human has run off with your poop and paw prints. Fatherhood? Checked. Scientist prank? Done. You're still the apex predator, even if your biggest challenge today was keeping your cub from eating snow. But danger's coming, and it won't be funny anymore. You're old now, more like your back hurts, and you forgot where you buried that seal. Severe memory loss. You used to sprint at 40 kilometers per hour. Now you walk slower than a turtle. Your cubs, all grown up, they don't call you anymore. Probably off making their own families or scaring tourists for fun. And your wife? She left you a fish head and moved to a better iceberg. Thanks, honey. But here's the real problem. The ice is disappearing, literally melting under your paws like butter on a frying pan. You step on a nice snowy patch and it's slush soup. You wait by your favorite seal hole, but it's gone. Just water now. The seals? They're chilling in Canada. You try to swim to catch them because you're still strong, right? Wrong. You're swimming for 10 hours straight, chasing shadows, hallucinating that a floating Coke bottle is a baby walrus. You finally reach land. No seals, no dinner. Just a half-eaten boot and a confused fox. Your stomach is yelling. Your ribs look like an X-ray. You try to nap, but every blizzard feels colder now. And your thick fur, still strong, still warm, but it can't fix global warming. Then comes the final blow. You're scavenging trash near a camp. It's a bag of plastic. Great. You throw up on your own paw and feel dizzy. A loud noise. Game over. A ranger finds you days later. Cause of death? Starvation. Exhaustion. The top of the food chain is being knocked out by climate change. Your story ends with a gentle snow falling over your tired paws. And somewhere a scientist collects your final footprint and whispers, "Legend. You went from ice king to climate victim." And no, the planet didn't say sorry. The ice is thinner now. The wind feels different. And your paw prints, the last ones, are already melting into the snow. No statues, no goodbye. Just muddy tracks fading into white. But still, you were here. You ruled the ice. You raised cubs. You chased seals. You scared the cameras. You farted in front of scientists. You lived loud. Now your story is told by footprints in melting snow and a jawbone in a museum. Kids will point at your photo and say, "Wow, Big Bear." And somewhere, a tired ranger will whisper, "They were the kings." Even though the ice forgot you and the world moved on, your struggle says something loud. Beasts break too, even the strong ones. And maybe one muddy paw print can remind someone to fight for what's left. Not just for polar bears, but for all the cold, quiet corners of this wild, melting world.